Chrysler Pacifica here, 2023. Got a knocking in the front end when you accelerate and taking a left. So I think I know what it is, and hear that rumbling noise, that knocking noise. I'm pretty sure it's an axle nut that's not tight. So I'm gonna take this apart, but I want to show you one more time the noise. It's pretty bad. That's not the road, guys. That's an axle nut that's loose or an inner CV joint. So let's go in and check this thing out and show you what I find. Even at low speed, you can hear it. Here we go, guys. Again, axle's loose. You see the gap right there? That's a gap between the axle and the hub. I'm gonna take the wheel off, and you're gonna be able to see that the nut's loose. So check this out. Just as I suspected. So you get a knocking noise like that, check your axle nut first. Maybe that's your problem. I decided to check the other side just in case, and this one's tight, and I put my gun on it just make sure it is tight, and I'll take the car for a ride. Hey guys, came across a noise today that was pretty interesting. I already fixed it, but I'm gonna replicate it here. When I was taking a turn in either direction, you could hear a thumping noise like this. And then when it straightened out, it would stop. And you could accelerate hard going straight, but if you were turning, you'd hear that thumping noise. And it sounded identical to that noise right there. If you have something like that noise, what you can look for is a loose axle nut. So if you look at this picture right here, this is what I found. I put it up in the air, and you can see that the axle is not seated against the hub completely. And when you look at the other side, you can see that there's no gap between the hub and the axle splines. So when I took the wheel off, I found the axle nut, as you can see here, there, it was super loose. It was probably backed off about a ½ inch. Maybe more, maybe a whole inch, because on the inside of the hub, it was in about a ½ inch, and then on the outside, the nut was off about a ½ inch. It could only back out so much. So anyways, if you have that noise, take a look at your axle nuts, make sure they're tight. If they're tight, you're gonna have to look for something else. Well, you don't hear it anymore on acceleration and on turns. Sorry, it's raining, so it's really hard to, decipher whether the noise is gone or not, but no more thumping, clunking noises. I did another one just like this about a month ago, and if you take a look at these pictures here, and you'll see that it was the same situation. I don't know if someone's leaving these axle nuts loose, but if you have a thumping or a noise on acceleration, a good place to start would be with the axle nuts, especially if you can feel it up through the steering wheel. Not to say that you can't have a tire issue or something, but just to show you what I found. And it's very unusual to find this because axle nuts don't generally back off. They're torqued at like 150 to 180 foot-pounds. So I don't know why they're backing off, but I fixed it. It's all set. It's not making noise anymore. So hope this helps. Leave me any questions in the comments I have below, and then and I'll answer it for you. Thanks.